Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello people and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. What a day in the Premier League. Brighton not celebrating a win against Liverpool, as it is okay now to win against Liverpool. Chelsea schooled the Everton, David Moyes and Liam Rosenior head-to-head, and David Moyes showed him levels and class. Show by the players, the likes of Caicedo, Palmer, Enzo, and whoever, Fofana as well, Sanchez. And for Liverpool, Ekitike is injured. It's not a serious injury, but Arne Slot must go tonight. If Arne Slot stays at Liverpool, it goes backward and it becomes much harder for this team to challenge back next season. Who is in a worse place? That's what we're going to talk about today. We got Doobz, of course, joining us, of course. Big up my man. Big up Mo. Happy Eid. Habibi Eid Mubarak to you and all your family and everyone. Big up to everyone that is here. Eid Mubarak to everyone. We got Matt, regular on the channel. Always appreciate you being here. And we got someone who has never been on this channel before from FamZone TV. Dean is here. Big up Habibi for joining us. Been watching you for a while on your channel. On Don Osam, of course. Big up my man. You are muted. Mo is muted as well. You both are muted. Hit that like button, people. We're talking Chelsea. We're talking Liverpool. Rosie. Big up Rosie saying, I said that Slot was a fraud months ago. The one who said Slot is a fraud last season is only one person on YouTube. One guy on YouTube. It's called K-Mac. There's one guy on YouTube last season that said that Slot is a fraud in March. One guy.
I wish I was wrong, by the way.
That's it. This guy is a fraud. But big up everyone that is here. Doobz is here. Let's start this right away. How's everyone doing? I know this glum face is unbelievable. Who's in a worse place?
I'll start.
Go ahead, Mo.
First of all, Eid Mubarak, Mo, Eid Mubarak to everyone in the chat. It has been an interesting time for us at Chelsea. All I can say is we are probably in the worst place, and I think you're talking about, Champions League qualification. You're talking about titles. You're talking about success. When you put expectations to achievement to results, I think Chelsea right now is failing, and I think a lot of the content creators have spoken about this and talked about the reasons for this. But the issue that we have is it isn't going to get any better anytime soon. It looks like the model is going to continue. The ownership are stuck in their ways. They're giving us a manager who is aging quite well, because it looks like the players have aged a ton since he's been here. The way we're performing, the way we're playing, especially today against Everton. Lackluster, no energy. It looks like they were aging quite well under Liam Rosenior, and this is a very sad time for Chelsea.
Are the players overrated
I think
though?
Doobz is gonna carry on to what I just.
You know what the problem is? There are people that are still fighting for the project. I know by name. There are people that say that Chelsea are worth. I can name the names. You guys know the people that are saying that the project is where it should be. And yes, the manager is not good, but there are a lot of people that are actually saying that Chelsea are. I think we'll start with Chelsea, by the way. It's an open floor. By the way, Liverpool, Chelsea, doesn't matter.
More, can you just give us a couple of those names? Because I'm quite interested to hear some of these.
Kojo, Quest, David said that he doesn't expect the team to challenge. And he's waiting for the next year. There is people that said that I want to wait until the end of the season. Maybe we'll get Champions League football. Maybe we'll actually win a trophy. There are people that are saying that still, if Chelsea get Champions League football this season, and if they win a trophy, which is on the cards to win the FA Cup, the club is not in a bad place. That is what people are saying.
Let me say this. You mentioned all the players overrated. They are, but at the same time, they're not this bad. Rosenior, I'm going to come out and say it, would not be hired by any other Premier League club. He would not be fit for any other club right now in the Premier League. And my energy isn't on him. My energy is on the ones who have hired him. Because every time you bring in a manager, you get progressively worse. You've gone from Thomas Tuchel to Graham Potter, Pochettino, then to Enzo Maresca, who, but by the way, does well, wins 2 trophies in his first season. And then because he wanted a centre-back to build off of that squad, they tell him, no, you've got Josh Acheampong, who, by the way, hasn't started at centre-back since Crystal Palace while Enzo Maresca was in charge. And Rosenior, it's just poor. It's just poor. This squad is a mess. This club is a mess. We are in a much worse position than Liverpool. That's a fact. Because at least Liverpool, if they know their squad isn't good enough...
So hold on. Let me just establish something. If Liverpool get a new manager and Chelsea get a new manager, who's in a better place? By the Liverpool boys.
Liverpool.
Are you saying that Liverpool have better players?
What's Chelsea's expectations,
Just sorry, 1 second, Dean. In regards to getting a new manager, if we're going by the current system, current model, who's going to come and become the Chelsea manager?
Gary O'Neill. It's going to be Gary O'Neill.
Yeah, it's going to be someone who is prepared to take this bullshit and implement it. Sorry, he's going to be someone who isn't going to have a vision, who isn't going to have a desire.
Okay. I'm assuming
as soon as a manager wants to do something, Maresca wanted
to change something.
I'm going to respond. He gets sacked.
Are you doing like a feeder club from Strasbourg? Like
Strasbourg? Yeah, they are. Actually,
yeah.
But I wanna respond. I'm gonna put a scenario.
Chelsea.
I'm gonna put a scenario for the people. If Chelsea don't make Champions League this season, I think that hurts the owners' pockets, and I think they will realize that they will need to get an experienced manager. They might not get experienced players. They will have to go in a new route. The reason why I refuse to believe that the billionaires might be stupid about football. They might not know anything about soccer. They might not know anything about football, right? They might not know, right? Reality is, right? But if Chelsea got Maresca and then went to Rosenior's not working, I'm sure someone within them is going to tell them, listen, we need to go in a different direction. We need to hire maybe Xabi Hernandez. We need to get someone with experience, like a De Zerbi, someone like that. We need to be a little bit, when you're in a company and you're so stubborn, but you're losing money, at some point your partners are going to tell you, listen, bro, we're losing money. You got to change a little bit. I'm not saying change everything. I believe if Chelsea get Champions League, it's worse for the club than actually missing out on Champions League. Because if they get Champions League, they're going to continue the exact same model because their pockets are not going to be hurt. Because they're going to make the 70, 80 million pounds next season. If they miss out on Champions League, they're going to realize that, listen, this project isn't working as we think. The players' value are tanking because they want to sell the Garnacho. They're going to sell Gittins. They want to sell someone to make money. So I believe that they're going to go and get a better manager than the level of Rosenior if they miss out on Champions League. Because that is the only logical explanation in my head. For Liverpool, I think it's the other way. I think Liverpool got Arne Slot. He won them the league. So in their head, it worked. Arne Slot experiment worked in the beginning. We won the league. So they're going to think, if we go and get another manager, like that manages Ajax or Eindhoven or Sporting Lisbon or someone not, or maybe someone that is coaching in Italy or something like that, we might actually go back to challenge again. We might get lucky like last season and win the league again. This is my train of thoughts for the two clubs. So that's why I am removing the manager and I'm only looking at the squad, the players. Is Wirtz better than Palmer? Is Caicedo better than Gravenberch? Is Caicedo better than McAllister? Is Szoboszlai better than Enzo? Is Reece James better than Conor Bradley or Frimpong? Centre backs of Liverpool. Who knows if Konate is going to be here or not? It looks like he's going to renew. Latest news, because there's no club want to sign him. So it looks like he might renew, actually. You know that, Mac. They know that he couldn't fight the club in general.
Just one quick one, Doobz. One quick one. More, even if you get the best manager coming in and you get to tie his hands the way that the managers have been at Chelsea, where the squad being picked by the medical staff, by shop window, by putting players in the shop window to be sold off in the next transfer window. If you're going to be putting all these restrictions in, doesn't matter who's managing, you're going to have the same result. Doobz, you can carry on. And Dean, I apologize for cutting you off a minute ago.
Yeah, no, all I'm going to say is Champions League, they've proven that Champions League does absolutely nothing for us as a club. We got top 4 last season. We didn't even need top 5 last season. We got top 4. We got into the Champions League. We were told that we need Champions League football to attract the best players. What's the Champions League winning, or no, Champions League qualifying window that we have? Liam Delap, Alejandro Garnacho, Jarell Hato, there's someone else, but not good enough. Liam Delap, who's never played a minute of Champions League football in his life. Garnacho, I think, had 1 season with Man United in the Champions League. At that point, he's just breaking through anyway. So what difference does it make? Like, that was arguably our worst ever transfer window. Go on.
Remember on that, though, you did do a panic buy because of the World Club Cup. Like, there was an element of, you did loads of transfers early.
The Club World Cup made you panic buy early.
You could get them into the Club World Cup. And
Dean, what do you think, Dean?
It did work.
I think which team is in a better place?
I think, see, Chelsea, it depends on the expectations, because we won the league last year, and my thoughts was retain the league and go hard for the Champions League. That was my thoughts for this season. So to be challenging Chelsea to get in the Champions League this season is ridiculous for me. And to see our football regress in such a state, we're in the worst. I would arguably say we're worse than Chelsea, because Chelsea, I don't know your expectations. You wasn't going to challenge for the league this season. You wasn't going to challenge to win the Champions League. We are effectively in the same position as you right now. We have come down to your level. This is what we're doing now. So I know what Chelsea, I know what you're saying, but for me, as champions, we shouldn't be in this position where we are now. We should have got rid of the manager a long time ago. See what you got done? You got a nice little managerial bounce when Liam came in, gave you a new voice in the changing room. He took away he said, you know what, boys, run harder, challenge harder, and let's go. That's what we need. That's exactly what we need.
Can I just say though, if let's say Slot gets sacked tonight, you know that you're going to bring in a better manager than Slot. With us, if we sack Rosenior tonight, we know it's going to be Gary O'Neill coming in.
No, but I disagree with you. I don't think that's what they're going to... If you miss out on Champions League, I don't think they're going to do that.
I don't think that's the case.
There is no logical... Okay, when they hired... So let me say this, Mac, let me say this. Just because when they hired Liam Rosenior, they thought they could replicate Enzo Maresca's Kenya, which is he made Champions League football, won the Conference League and won Club World Cup. In their head, that is their trail of thought. But we hired Enzo Maresca and we were successful. In their head, Chelsea were successful last season. We achieved all our targets. We won the 2 trophies we were in and we made Champions League. And they thought hiring Enzo Maresca is going to replicate that. So if they fail, logically, you'll have to change.
Yeah, but also, last thing I'll say, also, look at the pattern of managers that we've had that have left. Only Graham Potter was the only manager that's left this club because results were so bad they were forced to sack him. Look at Tuchel. He didn't want to be the sporting director. Didn't get on with them. He left. Maurizio Pochettino started speaking out towards the end of his tenure. Left. Enzo Maresca, called out for an experienced centre-back and called out for other things, then started saying about, the worst 48 hours since I've been at the club. What happens? He leaves. It's only a matter of time. The only way Rosenior leaves his football club is if he speaks out and something goes wrong. No top manager. That's the reason Luis Enrique...
No, but I'm going to tell you, same thing going to go wrong, Doobz. If you don't make Champions League, that's 80 million pounds gone from next season.
But my point is, no top manager will work under these guys. Like Luis Enrique had an interview. He wanted to come to Chelsea before he went to PSG. But then he sat there and he was like, you know what? Actually, I don't think I can work with these guys. Because whatever they say goes.
Smart
man.
man.
Transfers. And it's all that buying and flipping thing. No top manager would want to work under that. Jose Mourinho wouldn't last 2 weeks under these guys.
And you mentioned De Zerbi, you mentioned Xavi, you mentioned a whole bunch of names more. None of them would if they respect themselves and they respect their career, they wouldn't work under this structure, this model. They wouldn't do it. And that is the whole point. If you want to succeed, you got to bring in the best. We're talking about £2 billion spent. Where is that money gone? If you look at the team, that is not a team that represents the amount of money that has been invested. But all that money has been invested on kids. All that money has been invested on potential flips, profit making, the Brighton model, the feeder club model. This is the issue. We have got so much wrong with our club right now, with the way that it's structured. You got to make wholesale changes, and those wholesale changes need to start with the ownership. That's a problem.
Can we just establish something? Chelsea owners aren't going anywhere. Can we establish that, guy? They can't sell the club. They can't sell the club. They cannot.
Why not? Why not?
Why can't they sell the club?
They are tied to a contract, 10-year contract, before they can sell the club.
Can you? I'm not. Can you
check it out?
That says that, because I need to
go check it out.
I've heard this from so many fans.
They cannot sell the club. They have to invest and they have to stay at the club before they can sell in 10 years. They can sell a minority ownership in the club. That's what I've read, right? Some people can correct me. So the ownership aren't going anywhere.
Every contract can be amended. Every contract can be adjusted. Every contract can be dealt with. If they want to sell,
but can I tell you something? These owners, I'm going to tell you, these owners might want to leave because the club now is worth more when they bought him, and they would make money off this investment.
They bought the club on the cheap. If they want to sell,
that's what I mean. If you give them an out, they will sell now.
Yeah. Well, I hope they see it now. And I
they
hope
can't
someone
sell.
I hope someone looks and decides to invest.
To be honest with you,
contract can be negotiated.
But the players are not that bad.
Can I just be the voice?
Structure.
Can I just be like the voice?
Let me just clarify one point. The agreement to sell the club was an agreement between Roman Abramovich, the Rain Group, and the consortium that have bought the club. If they decide and they sit down and they work out a new contract, a new deal, they have the opportunity to amend it. It is not a constitution where you have to have elections. The Premier League, even the British government, all parties can sit down and they can come to a conclusion. They can come to an agreement. There is no
Can I just be like the devil's advocate in here?
Yes.
Because I think,
and I want to move on from this after Chris, and I want to go to the football.
I think this is all a bit. It all sounds a bit mad, to be honest. Because, and I'm not taking the piss out of any Chelsea fans here, by the way, but none of you were fucking complaining last season when you won everything. None of you were complaining. You were all on cloud nine. You were all loving it. Everyone was giving it king of the world. We're the world champions. Honestly. None of us wanted the owners out. Everybody loved it. Like,
wait.
We're loving it.
I need to stop you there. What about the protest before the Southampton game? Were we loving the owners then?
You won the World Club Cup. Everybody.
Yeah, that was at the end of the season. That was at the end of the season.
We beat PSG. Yep. Like, you were the best in the world.
You said last season we weren't complaining. We had a protest.
You got Champions League. And you won the Europa League with your second league.
There was a difference. There was a difference between the club.
Some Chelsea fans told us that you had a better season than Arsenal.
Well, I have no idea what's going on there then, because
Yeah, we did have a better season than
you
Arsenal.
should be happy with what you got there.
You did what?
The thing is,
We
as
did have a
well,
better season than
and I just
Arsenal.
want to say one more thing. The difference is you are a project. When you sack your manager and you get a new guy in, you then become a project again because you're not the finished article. You're not moving forward because you stopped, because you sacked your guy. And your new guys come in and he wants different players. He wants to play different tactics, formations, whatever. Like, and that's the difference with Liverpool and Chelsea. Liverpool aren't supposed to be a project now. We've got a manager that we've had for over 2 years now. Like, this is supposed to be like continuation of winning things. Chelsea stopped that by sacking the guy that won everything for you. Like, that's what you got to understand. Like, getting rid of all the board and selling your club isn't going to change shit. It's not going to change shit. You need a manager that can buy some players and work with what he's got. He hasn't done that yet.
The manager referred to, Velasco, walked away. He walked away. He wasn't sacked. And he walked away because he saw the faults in the system. He saw the issues in the system. Yeah, take Velasco. But what I'm saying to you is he walked away. He wasn't happy with the system. Now, if you're talking about, you know, us celebrating the Club World Cup, who is not going to celebrate a trophy that is won by their team?
Exactly.
Every football fan is going to celebrate that. Does that mean we're happy with the system? We're happy with the model? No, but we're happy with the achievement that we've achieved. There's a difference between a football fan and you know, supporting the model and the ownership. It's a slight difference.
We thought winning the Club World Cup. We thought, you know what, they've won a trophy, fair enough. At this point, we can build off of it and actually maybe go into a title race. What they've done is the opposite. They had one of the worst transfer windows in the club's history, and we've gone backwards. So at this point, that's why we're all frustrated. Of course, we're going to celebrate a trophy. I'm not talking about the Conference League, because if we didn't win that, that'd be embarrassing. But the Club World Cup beating PSG the way we did, why can't we celebrate that? And you're going back to last season, midway through last season, Chelsea fans weren't happy. We had a protest before the Southampton game. And then we won that game 4-0. We definitely weren't happy. We just about got top 4. We didn't think, none of us thought we'd get Champions League last season, and we did, fair enough. But we weren't happy.
But I think that your players are not as bad as you guys make it be. Chelsea has 2 problems: the manager, and men aging. Bro, I'm gonna tell you something, AMG. This Chelsea team is not as bad as it looks on the ground.
Chelsea have 2 problems. You never buy a new goalkeeper, and you never buy central defenders that you need. Like, literally,
they did buy Sarr, loaned him to Strasbourg. They bought Hato, they bought Jorgensen. They did buy, man. They did.
And you centre back, and you don't buy them. I don't know why.
No, but that's not. But also, why is Palmer not playing well? Why is Enzo Fernandez not playing well? Why is Caicedo dropping stinker after stinker?
Well, that's what I said.
Enzo Fernandez wants to leave, mate. Enzo Fernandez is not happy. Caicedo's probably unhappy as well. Cucurella, Malo Gusto, all these players are looking elsewhere right now. All these players are not happy, and they're not happy because they're starting to see what the problem is. And again, Doobz might be able to give me a different perspective on this. My problem is, Reece James signed the contract extension, and he claimed that he was convinced of the project. Now, is that PR? Is that just let me finish. Is that PR? Is that something that they're trying to feed and change the narrative? Because right now we're seeing dissent from the players. Fernandez on Spanish TV, he's thinking about leaving. He's thinking about his options at the end of the season. And I can tell you, Cole Palmer's probably the same. Caicedo's probably the same. But I want to know what Doobz thinks in regards to Reece James, because this is something that's baffling me.
Mate, I'm not buying what he said about he believes in the project. Like, he wouldn't think about it. He wouldn't come out and say, I'm not a fan of the project. I don't believe what these guys are doing, but I love Chelsea. That's why I signed. I reckon that's what he's thinking. He loves Chelsea that much, and I respect his loyalty. That's why he signed it. But I don't expect players like Enzo Fernandez or Cole Palmer to stick around for this, because they don't have as much loyalty as someone as a Reece James would. If someone came in for like an £120 million offer for Cole Palmer, they'd take it in a heartbeat. Enzo Fernandez, you can. It's obvious he's not happy here, and he's been very patient. Remember, he's been here from like the beginning. So if Enzo Fernandez was to leave, who's meant to be one of like the main, assets in this project, then basically they're confirming the project's failed, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, the Reece James thing. Listen, I am, and I'm not surprised that he signed a new contract. I know how much he loves Chelsea.
He's been your best player this season.
I'd say yeah.
He's been really good, really good.
Probably, yeah, but now he's out for 2 months. So that's
I know. It's Reece James though.
Yeah, so is what it is.
You won't get your money back for Enzo though. You spent 100 million on him. You won't get that back.
They said they won't sell him on a loss.
You won't get that back.
What?
They won't sell him on a loss. They said they won't sell Enzo Fernandez on a loss. They won't. That's what they said. They will have to recoup the money. Some of them
on your players now.
They said they won't sell Caicedo on a loss. Cole Palmer is the one. By the way, this is why I'm thinking that Cole Palmer is the one that can be sold for Chelsea. Because on the books, Cole Palmer, if he's sold for 60, 70, 80 million, that's a massive money that is recouped from the money you spent. You can't sell Enzo on a loss, especially with the contract situation.
With amortization on Enzo, I think if we sell him for 80, I think that we're breaking even. 80 or 75, I think we're breaking even on Enzo.
Have you got a transfer ban next season? What was that stuff?
No, not next season. We got 4 more. We got 4 more windows. We've got 2 years, so we've got 4 more transfer windows.
Yeah. Are you lagging, Doobz? Doobz is lagging. Let me.
I thought
the fact is Chelsea haven't challenged for the league in nearly a decade. Yeah, by next season it's gonna be the last time that Chelsea challenged for the league is a decade. Actually, that is the last time Chelsea challenged for the league.
I think 2 decades for Arsenal, was it?
Yeah, we're not.
No. Arsenal challenged for the. Okay, Mo, there is a difference between. This is why when I go back, when I say last season that Chelsea winning the Conference League and the Club World Cup, it doesn't mean that they had a better season than Arsenal, because your bread and butter is your position in the league and where your club is going. Your club, FA Cups, Carabao Cups, Conference Leagues, Europa Leagues, Club World Cups aren't the actual barometer of where your club is at. Champions League and the league. You can, if I give you in the next 10 years, you're going to win 5 FA Cups, but you're never going to challenge for the league. That means you'll never have a chance to win the Premier League. Would you take that?
The FA Cup and the Club World Cup are 2 different things. Club World Cup
Club World Cup is not a major. We're not going to go. We're not going to go into this again.
Once every 4 years,
the Club World Cup is not the Champions League.
But you have to have success in the Champions League to be in the Club World Cup. So,
are you comparing the Club World Cup? What are we doing here?
Why weren't we in the Club World Cup?
We weren't in it.
Why weren't we in it?
Because you didn't win the league in 4 years.
Yeah.
From when it was, you didn't win the Champions League from 2021 to 2025.
I didn't know. Generally, I didn't know why.
Because the last English winners are Chelsea and Man City. This is why they joined. They went to the Club World Cup.
So what about all the other clubs? What about all the other clubs? Well, they win the Champions League between.
No, Real Madrid and who's the other team that won it? PSG were obviously in it. They're the other 2 teams that won it in that 4 years. So they were both.
What about all the other teams in it? What was their premise?
They win their team.
Asian Champions League, South American Champions League.
Okay, fair enough. I never looked into it. I didn't do the research.
So it's meant to be. It's meant to be from the year. So the next one I believe is going to be 2029. So it'll be the Champions League winners from 2026, 2027, 2028, and 2029. So,
but the problem is, I don't think the Club World Cup is a trophy that you measure your season on, because it happens every 4 years. Like, this is not where you measure where your club is successful or not successful. The champion, I'm so consistent about this, guys. I've been always consistent since I joined YouTube. Your league, regardless of which league it is, and the Champions League is where you judge where your club is at. Right? And Man United is a proof. Spurs is the proof. Spurs won Europa League. Look where their club is at. Right? And Chelsea won the Conference League at the Club World Cup. Look where you are now. I think the project is going backwards. You know what I mean? I think Chelsea, the transfer window took your club backwards. I think the manager is worse than Maresca, to be honest with you. I think the players don't want to play for the club anymore. They want to leave. I don't think the club is going into disarray. Like, you are staring at irrelevancy. Irrelevancy is what I'm talking about. Irrelevancy. But
I agree. That's why I think we're the worst position in Liverpool.
Are the players failing the club as well? Are we talking... When we were talking about, I was the one on Caicedo's train. I was someone who really was on the Caicedo's train. I like Caicedo. I think he's a great player. I think Palmer's a very good player. Are these players failing at the club? Are these
Well-
players now being judged too harshly because they play for Chelsea?
I think for me, we have. I think I said this last week. We have some good, very good individual players, but we don't have a good enough squad, and that comes back to who recruited most of these players. The sporting directors who were employed from Blueco. So we have players like Caicedo, Palmer, Cucurella, João Pedro, Reece James. We have a couple, but that's maybe 7. We have maybe 7 of them players. But then you have all the other players that aren't good enough, and that just drags the squad down. Like how many times we're looking for Liam Delap to save us in the game, or Garnacho. Like these players aren't good enough, and they've been recruited by these guys. 2 billion spent. No one would think this is a £2 billion squad at all. It's nowhere near competing for Premier League.
The weird thing
You know,
is, you've got 4 players that you in your squad now that you signed from Brighton, and you're trying to be Brighton. Like you've literally funded Brighton for the last couple of years. Like,
I'm gonna tell you something. You know, I was comparing Liverpool. I was comparing Liverpool team to Chelsea team, and I would think it's a lot of Chelsea players would start for this current Liverpool team. A lot of them would start for Liverpool team.
Would you take Reece James at Liverpool now, right back?
Yes. Would you take a Korea over Kirkis? A lot of people would say yes, no. I'm not a big fan of Kirkis.
Caicedo.
You take Palmer in the 10. If you talk about Palmer and Wirtz,
Take Palmer.
Yeah, take Palmer.
Two sides of the same coin this
Palmer
season, but you take Palmer.
Palmer can replace Salah.
Would you take Estivao or Mohamed Salah now? Especially, think about it next season. If I'm giving you Estivao or I'm giving you Mohamed Salah, who are you taking next season?
Taking Estivao, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Also, can I ask you guys something?
I think João Pedro. There is Isak that's come back
I'm
from injury.
taking João Pedro over Gakpo any day of the week.
Yeah, of course. I'll take anyone over Gakpo, bro.
But that's what I mean. You're taking Van Dijk, you're taking Van Dijk, you're taking Alisson, you're taking Konate, right?
Yeah.
And some others. Maybe I don't know who you're taking. You're taking Gravenberch. You're taking Sabozlai over Enzo Fernandez.
I'll take McAllister.
You can have
Caicedo.
McAllister. You can have him.
Yeah,
You can have him.
McAllister.
You can have him.
We'll take Enzo.
You can have him.
Take Enzo.
Oh, you don't rate McAllister?
In my opinion, McAllister and Enzo Fernandez, again, very similar players.
No, I'd take
Very
McAllister
similar
over it. I rate
You
McAllister.
can have McAllister.
Can I get your opinion on something?
Dean, are you my side? You don't like McAllister as well?
I've never liked McAllister. Never have. Never. Even when he was at Brighton, I didn't like him.
God,
I
come
wanted
next to me.
Caicedo.
I fight with
I wanted
Hassan all the time.
Caicedo. I didn't want
McAllister.
McAllister. Never liked him. I ain't
You know,
gonna lie to you.
McAllister.
You just got a golden ticket onto his show every time now.
I didn't know, but I've never liked McAllister. Never.
Oh,
Wait, can I ask you? I have a few Liverpool mates.
can I do the super chats before you do that? Guys, there's about 700 people in the house. We're only on 100 likes. We need to be at least half the percentage. We need 300 likes, guys. We haven't even spoken Liverpool yet. 4 L's in a row, first time in 30. You know, I didn't know that it's since 1993. Chelsea haven't lost 4 in a row.
Breaking news.
You know, I didn't know that. 4 L's in a row in 33 years. Pack it up, fellas. I think this is one of the darkest. I know that Chelsea finished 10th under Mourinho. I know that Chelsea finished 12th under Graham Potter. But Chelsea, I think now, if I'm looking at it, looks bleak and dark. And I don't know what is the future holding for Chelsea. I really don't know. Unless they get a good manager.
We'll get a win against us, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, of course they will.
Why are you guys so apprehensive? We won't. We're not. It's not going to
win
be
at Anfield. Don't worry
Well,
about
someone's
that.
going to lose the game.
We
I'm
just
telling you
lost
now,
3-0
we will lose.
We just lost 3-0 to your Scouts partners.
No, we're going to lose 3-0 to them as well.
Don't worry about it. We'll lose to Everton. Don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
they're better than us as well.
You just bopped Galatasaray in the Champions. You're through in the Champions League. You just bopped
Did you not see what happened
Galatasaray.
earlier on today? Did you see the game earlier on today?
Yeah, I did, but you
I'm
weren't.
going to
that
tell
bad
you
as us.
something. But no. If you played Brighton, the same Brighton, the way Liverpool played, listen, Everton were amazing against Chelsea and everything. Brighton were very good. Liverpool didn't lay a glove on Brighton. Liverpool scored because Don thought that he's playing in the park and he was like, yeah, I'm going to pass it
I
back.
watched the game.
And he tried it 3 times in the same game. He tried it 3 times in the game.
No, as well.
Right?
Mo, sorry to interrupt you, but this is a funny one. This is the first time I've been on a stream where it's who is doing worse, and we're trying to prove to each other that we are doing worse than you guys. And the fact that we are having this conversation, it shows the stature of our achievements, both as Chelsea and as Liverpool. Both teams having issues, different type of issues, but same type of results. And I think right now it's about which team is able to come back and resolve their issue. And this is why I think Liverpool are having a
I trust the Liverpool. You're spot on.
They have a better chance. We have got a harder journey ahead of us. I think Liverpool will bounce back possibly next season. Well, it will take us a couple.
Here is that scenario I think might happen, but let me read this and then I am fascinated to see.
Mo planned it.
I am fascinated to see Chelsea versus Liverpool now. Who on earth is gonna win that one? Is it at Anfield or is that Stamford Bridge?
Anfield.
Even easier.
I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be a draw. If it was at Stamford Bridge, I think Liverpool would win. I'm genuinely. Owners shouldn't sell the club just because you fans can have chest on YouTube debates. Mo, the clause was they can't take fees or dividends for 10 years. Okay, thank you for correcting. So they can sell the club, but they won't sell the club then. So, fair enough. Rose is saying Chelsea are cheats built on lies, deserves to be crap. That's an Arsenal fan, of course. Piero and Pacho will 100% tell Caicedo to get the fuck out of Chelsea. Not one player believes in Rosenior. You can see it when they play. They think it's bullshit. I know that Doobz go to games. I'm going to ask a question. You can tell from the body language, Doobz. Do you think they trust Rosenior? They have respect for him?
No. I said this. I don't think most of the players weren't happy about Maresca leaving. And Enzo confirmed that the other day.
Yeah.
Obviously, they have to respect the manager, but in their heads, they're thinking this guy. He's been at Strasbourg for what, a year? And he finished 7th or something like that. He was 7th in Strasbourg. He was at Hull for a season or however long he was there for. Like, I just don't think they take him seriously. They have to respect him, obviously, but no, like a lot of the players were happy under Maresca, and that was clear.
Yeah,
but some of the players just weren't good enough, but they were still playing for Maresca. I don't think these players are playing for Rosenior. Because as I said, the squad, I think the squad's poor, but they aren't this bad.
No, they aren't. Imagine you finish uni, a big company hires you and say, okay, now you are our main guy. Go and make it work. Without senior leadership, you cannot develop 100%.
That's me. I finished uni this year.
They let Rosenior fail without a shadow of a doubt. Mo, you didn't need to do that. Wallahi, you didn't. You didn't need to do this.
I love the show. I love the debate. I love the channel. So
you didn't need to do this.
It's the least I can do.
Thank you so much for sending it twice. Again, Piero, I appreciate you so much for sending it twice. It's a reaffirmation that they're gonna tell Caicedo to leave Chelsea. I think Palmer is gonna leave as well. And I think the ones that are closer to leave are Palmer and Enzo Fernandez, not Caicedo. Enzo Fernandez is gonna want to go to play in Spain. Atletico Madrid. Caicedo won't leave. I think it will be Enzo and Palmer.
I'll definitely leave.
Yeah.
Enzo will leave as well.
Arsenal made Champions League with far worse squad than your current squad, while you lot cheated your way into those Premier Leagues and Champions League. What's the point of Chelsea soon? You think so? Which is what I'm gonna, guys. Mo on the show sent £2 for you guys to like the video. There's 700 people here. Hit the like button. Also, all the guys' channels in the description. Doobz, did you check the private chat?
No.
K-Mac channel, of course. Mo, the Blue Lounge, and of course, Fam Zone TV, the stars, new stars of YouTube, of course. Right here. How close are you to Arsenal? Because you guys see the debates going online all season about Chelsea being close in terms of a team to Arsenal. How close are you to Arsenal?
Nowhere near.
Miles away.
In terms of players, miles off them.
Yeah.
Miles.
The only players in our team that would get into Arsenal squad is Caicedo and Reece James, in my opinion.
You don't think Palmer will get in?
I don't think right now, no. They don't really play with a number 10 anyway. So
I don't think
maybe
Would Reece James get in? Because they love Timber. They love Timber.
Reece James is better, but I don't know. Maybe
I think
I
so
don't
as well,
really I don't really rate Saka that highly. So maybe Palmer gets in over Saka, but
Nah, come on.
I don't think he gets ahead of Timber.
you think Reece James gets in over Timber?
I don't think he
I
does.
don't think Arsenal take Reece James over Timber. I like Reece James better, but Timber's having a
I'll
great season.
He's unreal.
I say Caicedo and James. I'll leave it at that. I personally think Reece James is better than Timber.
I think Timber's probably one of the best right backs in the world right now.
So is Reece James though.
There's just nothing. He's got no negativities. Like, he's just quality at everything. Such a good player.
I actually don't think that Palmer. I think that Palmer gets ahead of anyone with the way he's playing now. Absolutely not. The way have you watched him today, bro?
Yeah, well, that's why I didn't say him straight away. I changed my mind. I said no. I don't think Palmer gets in right now because
I think currently hiring Liam Rosenior sets you back about a year, and then I think you're way far from challenging for the league now.
But I just think my thing is, how could you say that and say we're in a better position than Liverpool?
I didn't say that. I asked the question.
You didn't.
I asked the question. I think the team, your team on paper has better players in some positions than Liverpool. Yeah. But a problem is the manager, the way you manage the players, the club itself. This is where I think you stop. Because I think this Chelsea team, give this Chelsea team to Luis Enrique, a couple of more signings, you should be challenging for the league. I think so. 3-4 more signings. I'm not going to say like 2. I'm just going to say 3-4 signings, you challenge for the league. If Arteta's managing your team, he will make you 5 times better. If Arteta's managing this Chelsea team with the Caicedos, I think you'll actually make you much better. With Lavia as well, physicality. With Lavia being fit, if he's fit, I think you chat with Reece James. I think you challenge for the league, yeah.
Definitely better than Rosenior, yeah.
No, Mikel Arteta and Rosenior in the same sentence is a crime against humanity.
The thing is, though,
is a crime.
The thing is, though, what did they expect? Like, they literally got a guy from a French league who finished 7th. Like Chelsea might finish 7th. Like, I mean, that's probably progress, isn't it? From a French
But I want to ask a question for real to everyone. Mac, I want to ask it. How come in the beginning of the season, and I know that Lewis meant it, and I know that Don meant it, and I know that a lot of Chelsea fans meant it, Yasser and everyone that we stream with, that they said that Chelsea are close to Arsenal about challenge, not winning, but they're close to the top, to City and Arsenal. I thought that before the window shut, that the Chelsea can get 3rd. The window finished and I said they should get Champions League. You cannot tell me that the players, unless we were fooled by these players, unless that Maresca is a magic worker and he made these players amazing, and I don't think Maresca was like amazing. I think it was a good coach. What happened? Were we fooled about these players at Chelsea? The Palmers? Is Palmer a one-season wonder?
I want to just ask this question, but look at it from this way. These are the same players that humbled Paris Saint-Germain in the Club World Cup and then get thrashed in the Champions League a few months later. 8-2 on aggregate. What has changed since then? What has changed since then?
You were further away. But you were further away from you were double digits away from Arsenal. You were 15 points from Arsenal.
What I'm trying to say is this. This team is going backwards. We are digressing. We are going backwards because of the system. It doesn't matter who comes in. You mentioned Arteta. You mentioned what's his name? I forgot the name. But you've mentioned a couple of names. But it doesn't matter who you bring
Luis
in.
Enrique. There is Xabi Hernandez. There is plenty of players.
If you don't change the system more, Chelsea will not progress. The system has to be changed. When you have your physio, your medical staff dictating who to play and how long they should be on the pitch, and if you don't listen to it, you're going to get in trouble. You're not going to be able to manage that team. Doesn't matter who you are. And then you bring in Liam Rosenior, who is a inexperienced manager who I think was sacked by Hull before he went to
Yeah,
Strasbourg.
he was. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So
they get
he
relegated?
wasn't even good enough for Hull. He goes to Strasbourg, and now you're bringing him into Chelsea, and you're expecting success. This Chelsea team will not be challenging for anything unless we see some real changes from the top. The system, I mean, if you want to keep the ownership, but you have to change the entire system. You have to bring in a manager and you have to give him the accountability and the responsibility. And he is the one who is accountable and responsible. If he wants to get players in, if he is dictating, I need a centre-back to fix this issue, you work with him. If you don't do that, you're not going to be able to progress. And I'm sorry that I'm sounding a little bit angry on the stream today. I'm not normally this angry, but it's because of the way that we are going, the way that I have seen my club, being degraded by these idiots. I'm losing my cool with the whole situation.
Can I ask you a question? Both Chelsea, by the way.
Yeah, please, go ahead.
If you kept Maresca, where would you be now?
They were going backwards already. Where
would you be now if you kept Maresca?
Maybe
Same
better.
situation.
Would you Paris Saint-Germain?
Same situation. Firstly, Enzo Maresca.
No, he wouldn't have lost Moto Everton 3-0. What is this?
He walked away.
Oh my God.
Enzo Maresca was an unhappy manager. He was unhappy. Even if he stayed, he would not be the Enzo Maresca that won the Club World Cup. Because Enzo Maresca was under pressure, was feeling that he was listened to, that he was feeling that he was being dictated to. Enzo Maresca, even if he had stayed, he would not have had any success because he was unhappy.
He's right.
If you want to compare his results before, Enzo Maresca last season was a different Enzo Maresca to this season. Enzo Maresca last season had not won the Club World Cup, has not had a European trophy. Enzo Maresca this season has done that, and he wants to build on it. For him to build on it, he has to dictate and he has to ask for certain things, which he wasn't getting. He started to see his hands being tied, and that's why he walked away.
Can I just say, I think the only difference is maybe we wouldn't lose to Everton 3-0, but I think the reason being is because I think the players would be playing for Maresca, unlike Rosenior. Because they had a thing with Maresca, they were building something. Whether or not they're good enough is a different story, but we wouldn't lose to Everton 3-0. Or it wouldn't have been 8-2 in the Champions League. We might not have gone through, but it wouldn't have been 8-2 in the Champions League.
I agree with this. He
wouldn't have made that Jorgensen decision.
And he wouldn't have opened up against PSG like this. He wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. Can
I ask you one question, yeah? When you're just a goalkeeper and a centre-back away from having a great season at the end of last season, that's what I remember. Yeah. One goalkeeper and a centre-back, and you'd have been all right.
Yeah. And what happened? They didn't sign either.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you had Maresca's skill, I thought when you went in the Club World Cup, I thought you were talking to Donnarumma right there. I thought Donnarumma came.
Mike Nambi was supposedly talking to, but apparently basically they didn't want to pay the extra like 5 million or something. Because again, it comes back to resale. It comes back to resale value. They want to sign players that they can sell on in the future. That's why, yeah. But for me, last thing I'll say is you mentioned about Mo mentioned before about players and challenging. You've got to have players that have experience of being in them situations in the first place. You look at the players and the managers we're bringing in, none of them have really any experience of winning anything other than Cole Palmer. And even then, he wasn't one of the main guys in the City team at the time. Enzo Fernandez won a World Cup. That's about it. No one has experience of being in a high pressure, like winning situation. Before I'm talking before winning the Club World Cup and the Conference League. And of course, Reece James, he won a Champions League. So, like, you have to have like players that have experience in being in like the title races, so then they know how to like stay consistent.
Well, Arsenal had nothing, and then they went from 5th to challenge for the league, and then they never went down.
Yeah, but we say that again.
Arsenal went from 5th without having anyone that is a winner at their team, and they went to challenge for the league back to back, and look where they are now as a football club.
Well, yeah, but
at the football club now,
with Arsenal as well, they've had 6 years to like build with the same players.
No. When they challenged for the league, it was the 3rd year of Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, but they challenged, but they haven't. It's taken them what?
But challenging for the league is an indication that your squad is evolving and having enough experience to be up there within the top. You aren't even within the top. Like Liverpool, let me give you Liverpool. Every year they fell down, they came back again to challenge, and then they fell down because the team is good enough. I think that Chelsea, with the managers you have, this is why you're not challenging. I think this team should have taken the extra step this season. If, again, we're going to go back to the manager situation at Chelsea. A manager could have made the difference for you in this season. A manager, a good manager, a resilient manager could have made the difference for you this season.
No, I agree, but I also agree with what you're saying about the Arsenal players. But I think it also comes down to the fact that Arsenal have just recruited better quality players as well.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, you could have spent
Nobody
spent so
rated
much
the
better.
Arsenal players. No one rated the Arsenal.
No one rated Declan Rice. No one rated.
No, Declan Rice was rated as much as Caicedo when you signed him. Like, I don't think that at that season everyone said Caicedo is good and Declan Rice is good. No one rated Rice as Rodri or Pirlo or Zidane at that time. No one said that. Like Caicedo.
Everybody thought Arsenal overspent on Rice by like.
Like as much as you overspent on Caicedo.
I thought Rice was unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm saying, you didn't, but the general consensus, you get my
yeah.
point. Like Gabriel Jesus, Zinchenko, good players, but they weren't the pillars of Man City winning titles. They were squad players. You know, Saliba Fofana, similar club, same age. You know what I mean? Abozo Gabriel, that nobody wanted to buy. Timber, injured, ACL.
I just think the Arsenal-Chelsea comparison is just way off. I'm sorry, just way off.
Well, yeah, it is. We shouldn't really be having it.
Way off.
I want to move to Liverpool. What's the point of Inter shit club? Well, the point of Inter is that we're going to win the league this season. I mean, so that's the whole point of us. We're going to be 21 league titles and you're still stuck with 1 star. And you are not winning the league.
Not winning the league.
Huh? Bro, we're winning the league, Hamid, and I'm telling you this. Liverpool, people. Liverpool.
Dean,
I'm not buying this team, bro. I'm not like me. Bro, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to put you up here. I'm going to put you up. Guys, hit that like button too. Come on, people. Come on. Guys, I do shows with Osam probably every day. And me and Osam are like, I'm not convinced about what he's convinced. Like, he's convinced that this team is ready to go back to the top and challenge. And I'm like, convinced about that. I'm not. And I'm not. I'm like, it's a good team. A lot of players are good. But it's not as good as what you think it is. Like, McAllister, Gravenberch, yes, he had a great season last season. But I don't think, like, Hossam thinks Adam Morton, Barcola, and Diamondi is going to bring back Liverpool to the top. And I'm like, what about the right back? I think I'm watching Kirkes. Hossam is convinced that Kirkes is amazing. I'm like,
Kirkes is good. Kirkes has been good.
Define good.
Last 10 games, he's been faultless.
You know what? I play football. You know when I realized that Kirkes needs a lot of work? When today, under no pressure, he receives the ball at the back line. He sees a Brighton player running at him. He just booted it to a throw-in.
Runs
twice or 3 times that happened, right?
That's it.
And top teams don't do this. They don't boot it to a throw-in. It's either you play it long or you are calm and composed and you try to find a midfielder because this is Liverpool.
No.
We're not. We're not talking about Burnley. We're not talking about Brentford. And I was thinking about, like, yes, he scored a goal, a great finish and everything, but these are the small moments that Trent and Robertson would never have done this in prime Liverpool. You would not have seen Robertson just booting the ball to a throw-in to get rid of it. This is the stuff that people don't do this. Let me just finish.
You're missing the point. He had Cody Gakpo in front of him. What the F is he supposed to do?
At least play it to the line.
For a throw, because nothing's going to happen if he puts it to him.
McAllister, for example, today, Pascal Gross and James Milner just went and buy him and just dispossessed him. And I'm like, what are you doing? Well, what happened to you? Gravenberch has lost all the passing ability in the world.
Never had any in the
and Frimpong, with all due respect to Frimpong, he isn't a right back. And no matter how many times Hossam tells me in the summer that he's a right back, he ain't a right back. I know a right back when I see one. That's an attacking winger or an attacking right wing back, right?
Yeah, he's a wing back.
So there is a lot. Yes, he's a wing back in a back 3, a wing back. Van Dijk, And a lot, and I'm gonna say, I said this plenty of times. I know I'm speaking a lot. Over the last 5-6 years, since January of 2018, I think there is a lot of Liverpool's success riding on Van Dijk being one of the best defenders in the world, because he pushes the line 10-15 yards, he can defend one-on-one, he can cover two players, and his instructions are always on point. Van Dijk collapsing this season, basically you need a whole new way of playing to recover from Van Dijk not be able to push the line up to do all the things that he did, right? Because Liverpool relied so much on the high press because Van Dijk was able to cover for everyone on the pitch, including the midfielders. This is why I don't think that this Liverpool team is ready to challenge next season, and regardless of who the manager is, unless you're going to get Pep.
No, you're right. You're right. You see our team, we are so soft. It's ridiculous. We need some real men in the team. No one can tackle. No one fights for the team. Like we say about Van Dijk, but he ain't been protected for about 4 years. We ain't got no specialized CDM in that team. Gravenberch done a good job last season, but he's not no CDM. Gravenberch is an 8. He can run with the ball. He's not known for passing. He's known for taking the ball in the half turn and traveling with the ball. If we get a proper CDM, I think we can bring Van Dijk back to what he is. He's been getting run at every single game, without fail. Any team, every single team plays the same tactics against us. Bypass our midfield, you're going against the defense every single game. Or you stay in the game, get to the 90th minute, you get a goal against Liverpool. Our arseholes fall out. That's what happens every single game. So for me, I don't think Van Dijk's finished. Obviously, he's old. He's 34. He's lost a bit of pace. He's lost a bit of presence. But a proper I'm not talking about Walton either. I'm talking like a Nana, someone with physical presence there in front of him, and then you're going to see Van Dijk be Van Dijk against. All this slander about Van Dijk's pissing me off this season. Seriously.
Would you take Tonali?
Of course I would.
Yeah.
Of course I would. I'll give you McAllister for free and take Tonali. Seriously. I need someone that can tackle in front of me.
At the end of the season, that's what I'm saying.
Listen, one that's physically strong, because we've got no physically strong people in our team. Like we've got 6'4" players that don't tackle.
We've literally got the tallest team in the Premier League, by the way.
Don't win no headers. Don't do nothing.
That's 6'4" tall lads who don't do shit.
Yeah, 6'4" Dutch players that don't do nothing.
Yeah, but your midfield is listen. Your midfield is so weak. Even though Chelsea don't have big players, but they have fighters like Andre Santos, like Caicedo. They fight. McAllister is like an Enzo Fernandez, basically. I actually said that many times. McAllister in a physical league like what the Premier League is this season, you are carrying him in the midfield defensively. When you don't have the ball, you are carrying the guy. Right? Enzo Fernandez is the same. If you have the ball and you're dominant, McAllister look all right. You look good like last season. But the problem is Liverpool cannot carry anyone in the middle. Wirtz, with all due respect to everyone, Wirtz off the ball, when I mean not mean off the ball, when you don't have the ball, out of position, Wirtz is a luxury player. Yeah. Luxury player. Doesn't intercept, doesn't tackle, he doesn't defend because he plays at Liverpool and he plays for... Trying is not good. I will try. I will try for Liverpool. I will try for Liverpool.
Mo, we signed 4 luxury players this season. 4.
Like for me, to make Wirtz work.
Player, by the way, like I'll stand up for Kirkez. Not a luxury player. Like gets involved, gets stuck in.
I love Kirkez, man.
Ekitike doesn't press, doesn't win challenges. Luxury player. Alexander Isak. I can't really judge him yet. But I wouldn't say, I'd say he's a luxury player as well. Like, he's made of glass.
We haven't seen him. But
exactly the same.
To make Wirtz work, I'm with Dean. You will need an Onana and Kamara behind. Or you will need a Rice. You'll need a Rice and maybe Adam Morton. Wirtz. Maybe Rice to cover the ground for everyone. Or you need an Onana to cover the ground. You cannot have...
You look at the clubs that we signed them
I'm going to tell you, guys, I'm going to tell you something, okay? You know why Eze, it has been come out, Eze wasn't playing for Arsenal. Because Mikel Arteta said, I think what is being said around is that Eze didn't do the defensive work off the ball when they lose the ball. That's why. And that Arsenal don't carry players around. Just don't.
See?
In that system, you don't carry players around. You got to work, right, for the team. For me, if people are going to carry Wirtz, right, you will need two monsters. You need a Joao Linton and a Tonali in the middle, basically, to carry Wirtz physically off the ball. And that is the problem. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure if Wirtz has it in him to start being someone who defends, go back to be in shape.
We don't want him to do that. We don't want him to do that. We want him to we want, like you said, we want two monsters behind him and let him go and do what he's doing at the top of the field. That's what he's there for. But we don't give him the platform to do it.
But that's the thing about it, Dean. Dean, we signed these players from clubs that have the support to carry the pianist who plays the piano. Like your Wirtz, your Ekitikes, your Isaacs, your Frimpongs. They're the ones that make the music. Like they will be the ones producing the symphony. And then you got all the other guys supporting them with the piano, like carrying it, like moving the heavy lifting. We've got nobody that does that. Like we are outrun by every team. We are out
26 out of 30 games.
Like today, we got bossed by a 40-year-old midfielder that we used to have at Liverpool.
Right,
like,
bring him back. Bring him back.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Pathetic.
So in terms of like players that left your club last season, so obviously rest in peace, Jota. But Luis, do you think getting rid of Luis Diaz was a thing?
Fighters. They're fighters.
Yeah, but they weren't good enough. They were fighting, but they're not good enough.
Fighting.
They will run around, they will press, but they aren't great. Like, with all the respect, Luis Diaz still was missing one-on-ones. He was missing simple passes. Darwin Núñez was missing one-on-ones and simple passes. The revisionism of them this season is crazy when people say, these are the ones who made Liverpool look great. No, Mohamed Salah is the one that made Liverpool look great up front. It's not nobody else, basically, right?
But they carried the piano. And Mo Salah.
They've done the basics. They've done the basics.
They've done, they press, they run. Yeah, they would run around.
I'm saying, just on a pure quality level, like, do you not think Diaz is just better than Gakpo all around as a player?
Yeah,
100%.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Everyone's better than Gakpo. I'm better than Gakpo.
Was that not evident last season as well, though?
But Diaz is
for some whatever reason, Gakpo is younger. He has resale value. He signed a big contract, and Diaz wanted to go. So Diaz was the one on the market, not Cody Gakpo, basically. There is a reason why.
I mean, look, we can go down the whole Diaz fucking rabbit hole if you want, like, but his dad was pimping him out. He was pimping himself out. He wanted mad money, and we got offered loads of money for an older player. We're going to take it. Like, I'm not complaining. Like at the end of the day, and this is the weird thing. At the end of the day, we were all told, we're not replacing Diaz because Rio's going to have a pathway. Well, I'm sorry, but Rio has a pathway and he should be given more game time because every time I've seen him play, he's looked better than anybody else. So that's been proven right. Yeah, Rio should have played more.
That's why the rosy world that some Liverpool fans live in. I was like, are we going to get Xabi Alonso next season? We're up there challenging. I'm like, you sure? Like, you sure that Ekitike or Isak is going to get 20-something goals?
Manager gone. I don't care who the manager is no more. Just get rid of this manager. I
think he should be. I think he should be sacked today. Yeah, they would take Maresca or Chelsea.
Okay, you can have Robbo.
I'll have Robbo as the manager. Huh?
You can have Liam Rosenior then, if you want anybody.
No. You're going too far. But you can have Slot though if you want.
I'd rather Slot over Rosenior.
I know you would.
You can have him. You can have him.
The problem is I'm looking at this Liverpool team. It's not even close to Man City, for example. Even without Pep.
Liverpool have got like a 36% win rate in the Premier League. Under Arne.
That's fucking weird.
Right now this season, like 50% rate in all competitions. Like, it's horrific.
You know, today, I swear to God, I was watching the two teams today. If you have never watched the Premier League before and you don't know who are these teams and you don't know who's the manager, you would literally think that this Liverpool team are relegation fodder and this Brighton team is just one of the top teams. And you never think that this Liverpool team are the reigning champions. You'd never think that these players are reigning champions. You'd never think that this manager Number one, his antics on the sideline are very strange now. He's so agitated, so irritated, keeps yelling, keeps screaming.
Under
And
threat.
you would never think that this team is the reigning champions of the Premier League. Never. Never think that. Never showed it on the pitch. And I'm like,
It's the
what is
worst
this?
defense ever.
Yeah,
It's the
we've
worst
won
defense ever.
9.
I think
We've
there's
won
one-
9 of our
there's one
last
team
26
that's the
games.
worst.
Do you hear
9.
that? We've won 9 of our last 26 games.
That's bad.
Come on, what we do?
Wait,
We've won 4 off our last 13 games. Like, and the thing is as well, Liverpool, if you're not Liverpool or not, like, just go and look, okay? We've won 18 Premier League games, and we can sit there and go, oh, well, that's actually not too bad. Aston Villa have done the same. Go and look who we won those games against. Go and look at who we won those games against, because they are all the bottom middle teams. We haven't beaten anyone good, and we've lost to all the bottom lot. Like, we are so bad. Like, and the thing is as well, I was thinking about this, like, because Arnie did another press conference where we just talk shit, basically.
You still listen to him?
Yeah, I listened to the last one. And the thing, because I thought you might get sacked, mate, to be honest. I thought you might say something in it.
You whatever.
I thought you might actually be on the block.
No way.
And I personally think now that the only way Arnie can ever succeed is if every single condition is perfect. Like, he has to have his 11 fit all season. The other teams have to not play the way they play. Like, everything needs to be in perfect precision place, like it was last season, by the way. Like, we had no injuries. All the other teams kind of didn't know how to play against him. Like, all the other teams that were challenging dropped off because they all had meltdowns with their teams. Like, everything was in the perfect, lined up perfectly for him. And I think that's the only way it's ever going to work for him, because you can look at everything we've done. We tried the old players. We tried the new players. We tried loads of different systems. We've tried being more defensive, being more attacking. We've had players injured, so we swapped things around. Like, look, he talks about if we play against a team that wants to play the style of football we play, we will always come out on top. Well, what's your excuse today? Because Brighton are there for the taking, because they like to play football. And they're the teams that we're supposed to be able to beat, according to Arnie. And we got our asses handed to us today. We did nothing.
So, what's happened when we play PSG? What's going to happen when we play PSG? The team
you would get schooled against PSG. Oh,
he always talks about PSG.
PSG.
We are going to get. I don't want to.
Guys, on a side note, putting Liverpool aside, do you think Danny Welbeck goes to the World Cup?
He should.
I'll take him. Definitely take him.
No, he shouldn't.
I'll take him.
Let me do this. I'm not going to sit here talk about England.
He's going to take Watkins. Who else? He's not going to take your guy.
He might not take Watkins.
Taking your guy.
I'll take him over Watkins. I don't
think. What's his name? Liam. What's his name?
No, Liam Delap is not good.
I don't think Delap is go, so he might have a chance.
No way, Delap. No way.
He's not getting anywhere near that squad.
Let me. Why Liverpool and Chelsea supporting United so much? Let me just read. Liverpool and Chelsea supporting United so much. I have tears in my eyes. Like they're helping United make Champions League football.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah. Liverpool need their legend Jose Enrique back, bro.
Ask Newcastle how good he was.
Yeah. I actually think. But I think about the players at Liverpool. Some of the players, if Vert's a flop, for example, is he a flop this season?
Yeah.
Has he flopped?
He's had a bad season. He's had a bad season.
Yeah, but not like.
Yeah.
He still
not like
one season.
Can I give you a wild stat, by the way? Because I was speaking.
Because there's not enough talk about Verts with the money he spent on him and the season he's having.
I had a conversation with Claude, the AI, last night about Liverpool for about half an hour before I went on Don's show.
All right.
And when Arne Slot played Verts and Curtis Jones together, we have been absolutely amazing. Okay, in most games, but when those two haven't played, we've lost every single game. So we've lost 8 games this season when when Wirtz and Curtis Jones haven't played in the team. So that's the only thing Arne can use as something that's worked this season. But he's purposely chose not to play them together in so many games. And I'm sat there going, okay, the two of them are on the pitch today. I'm like, brilliant. Curtis Jones comes on, by the way, because he didn't start, but he came on. And I'm like, great. Those two are on the pitch now. Maybe something can happen. He plays Curtis Jones at right back.
Right back. You know
he
what?
literally has a right back on the pitch as well. And he plays
Tell me
right
about
back.
it. Tell me about it. Does it all the time. And K-Mac, you know what kills it, yeah? When after the Galatasaray game, I said, that's the Liverpool I know. That's the Liverpool I know. That's what I was saying. Yeah, that's the team I know. Then I realized today, that's the Liverpool I know was today. This is the team I know now. This team we played today, the Liverpool way, this is the team I'm used to now. Because that Galatasaray game, that's only one game this season where we've controlled the whole game. That's the only game we've controlled the whole game. But today was Liverpool in a nutshell. Sweet defensively, weak in midfield, basic goals. Both goals were basic goals. Same goal. Whip to the back post, back into the box, tapping. One with the head, one with the foot. Both the same goals. Liverpool are just, I've had enough of this, man. Seriously. I've had enough. I don't know how much I can take of this.
Yeah, but Sean in the chat just DM'd me and said, Slot hasn't been good enough, but this is the bench. It's Woodman, Gomez, Robertson, Ramsey, Jones, Nioni, Morrison, Chiesa, and Gumua. That is shambolic.
Well, Engamo is good. We all know he's good. Curtis Jones is good. We all know Curtis Jones is good. Like, you're not going to use Andy Robertson anyway. And I really don't understand why he did. Like, why do you take
that?
Curtis
Made no
off?
sense.
It was a weird sub. And then Kieran Morrison's just been called up to the Irish squad. Like, he's like up and coming. I mean, he's got 19
Is
goals.
he good though, Kieran? Both times I've seen him, he was no good.
Yeah, but this team.
No,
can I tell you guys something? The Brighton team looked better than the Liverpool team, especially after Ekitike got injured. After Ekitike got injured, I'll take Welbeck over Gakpo, right? You have 5 midfielders in the middle that I don't know why Arne Slot would like. Like, you had 6 midfielders on the pitch, right? 6? You had 6, right? You had McAllister, Gravenberch.
Ekitike and put on.
You had 5 midfielders on the pitch.
Right? McAllister, Jones, Gravenberch. You've got 4.
And Wirtz. 5. And Wirtz.
5.
4 defenders, 5 midfielders and 1 attacker. And the 5 midfielders are all of them are central midfielders. Apart from Wirtz, who's an attacking mid. It made no sense. And I think this guy doesn't know how to manage the team. Put Chiesa, put Ngomo. He's too scared. And I think he's going to get his ass whooped against PSG. I was scared of PSG in the Champions League. Chelsea calmed me down today. PSG, based on goal difference, could very well be at Everton level.
What?
Yeah, but not really. That's an Arsenal fan. But you're number one. You're not going to
face. Won 4-0 today as well. Like,
you're not gonna play PSG until the final. In the final, anything can happen. JT, anything can happen. I think you're gonna play Bayern. If you reach the final, I think you're gonna play Bayern Munich. Do you guys have any chance of beating PSG?
No.
Nothing.
None.
Yeah.
Second game is at your ground.
Yeah, we do.
Doesn't matter.
We do have a chance of beating PSG.
It's none. No chance.
But it's got nothing to do with the manager. It's nothing to do with Arne. If we beat PSG, it's down to just individuals. Individuals going, you know what?
Individuals. You have no individuals in compared to PSG.
You know what? I'm just going to have one of those games. Like, I'm just.
By
the way, Alisson's injured now, like, for a long time. Did you see his post? You see his post on Instagram?
I see it.
So he's not going to get the PSG game.
Kemek, there's no chance we can beat PSG. I don't understand. I hear it. It's Liverpool. Anything can happen. But not this one.
Mate, we got our asses absolutely handed to us last time, and Harvey Elliott scored the winner. Like, it can happen.
Harvey Elliott this time. We ain't got Harvey Elliott this time.
It can happen.
Kemek, I wish I could have the optimism as you.
Not because of Arne.
I know, but Kemek, this time, We last season we were in a better position than we are now.
I
This
know.
is different. This is a different Liverpool. You don't understand it. We are soft.
What I don't get though, Dean, we've got like 2 weeks now. Sack him. Get a new guy in. You've got 2 weeks.
We've had
We've had get a new guy in.
We've had 4 months to sack him. We ain't done nothing. We're not gonna sack him.
I know.
Like,
I've got to go, mate. I'm jumping into Don's show.
Yeah, man. I'm
same,
waiting
man.
for him to start. I know that you both are there. I don't think he started yet.
I'm gonna go and
But I
grab
know
a
you
cup
guys-
of
I
coffee.
think it's done.
All right.
Yeah. All right. No worries.
Catch you later, man.
I want to thank everyone that joined us, guys. This will take you to Don Osam, the Liverpool, another emergency stream.
Every
Both
day.
guys are there.
Every day.
Another emergency stream. Big up everyone. Hit that like button, people, before you go. I'll take you to Osam's stream right now. We'll see you guys there, and we're out of here.
In a bit.